Welcome back. Yeah, this happened one day ago at Walmart. A Florida woman killed a veteran over a parking spot at Walmart. Let's read some of the comments. 100% murder, no weapon, no attack, no self-defense. I can't believe that Animals wasn't charged with murder. She was the aggressor with the gun. He was 8 or 10 feet from her. She brandished a weapon over a parking spot. She used it to intimidate, not to defend herself. I hope his kids raised hell at the DEA to file charges. Why has that woman not been charged? This is how it was one time right here. She don't play self-defense just like Commander Anthony did. Even though found out he brought a weapon and used it. This is the same kind of shit because they see him get by with this, so other people are going to do the exact same shit to get by with it. There's more comment. She could have walked away and back in the store. I say that. Racist murder. I wouldn't even go as far as saying this was a racial motivated. This is a hate crime. That was murder. She should be arrested immediately. That man was not a threat. He had no weapon. If he turned around, she would have shot him in the back. We already know it. There was no self-defense, and if this lady is charged with murder, then there needs to be an uprising. Needs to be charged with murder. Why in the heck is she holding a gun on him? It's not standing your ground. Standing your ground. He wasn't holding a weapon or breaking into her house. This is murder. This is why I can't go anywhere in Little Rock. It's not possible to avoid these types of people with deranged lunatics. She has been arrested. He was just talking. Murder. His body language definitely was not hostile or violent. They are not safe to be around, period. I'm sick of these people. I'm fatigued. Poor guy thought he was talking to a human. Video evidence shows she killed him in cold blood. Very true. They always pick on children, smaller women, or elderly. These people are cowards. That was complete murder, not self-defense. It was a hate crime. She was in her car and could have drove off. What the fuck? Cold-blooded murder. If she was white, they would have done charged her. They hate us and think it's okay to kill white people. I'm surprised she didn't scream, "Free my Mello," as she shot the innocent man. He didn't have a weapon. He was too far away to make physical contact with her. This was not self-defense. It was not self-defense. That was cold-blooded murder. The fact that she hasn't been charged with is what throws me off. Police are calling a parking lot to find a dead man from a bullet wound, and nobody wonders why. Wow, he survived fighting a war for our country to be shot over a parking spot at Walmart. There is no immediate threat of bodily harm to that woman. She will be charged with murder. Self-defense, no hate crime. Yes, racist. Yes, will she be charged with it? Or will there be political correctness fatigue? Absurd that she wasn't arrested. That's murder all day long. It's a hate crime to her country, to her chair. So she saw a person who served in the military helping to give her the right to carry that gun and live free. A way to say thank you. Basically, that's what it is, a hate crime. But I know some people out there going to say, oh no, and I bet you they're going to have a GoFundMe page set up for her. Just like they did for Commander Anthony, because, well, black fatigue. Let's get to the video. Now, this is outrageous bullshit. He was 6 to 8 to 10 feet from you. You had a gun, and you tried to claim self-defense. He had his hands up, and you shot him. That's a hate crime and murder. But how things are, there's going to be a certain organization going to say she was the victim, not the perpetrator. Just like they say, Commander Anthony was the victim, not the perpetrator, until it's proven wrong. Let's go ahead and get the video.
Only a matter of time before we had to sit down and cover a story like this one, and now the time is here. It looks like we have another Carmelo Anthony situation on our hands, although this story is much different. This story involves a black woman who shot and killed a 62-year-old veteran over an argument that they were having over a parking space at Walmart down in Florida. Yes, that is correct. One person is dead because of a parking space. And the woman, she has not been charged yet. And she's claiming self-defense. But I've watched the video. And look, I wasn't there. I don't know everything that was said and done. But from the video, this does not look like self-defense to me. Now I'm going to show you the video so you guys can come to your own conclusions, so you can let me know what you think this is. But before I do that, please let me say this. Folks, you have to learn to walk away. We live in a different day and age. This is not the world you grew up in. This is not the world I grew up in. This is not your daddy's world. This is not your grandma's world. We live in a different day and age, and people are not hesitating to kill people over literally nothing, over the stupidest things imaginable. Now, I can be hot-headed at times, but I also know how to control myself. And I'm not saying that you have to be a pushover in life, but sometimes you just got to walk away. The arguing, the confrontations, it's not worth losing your life. Sure, I'll argue with you all day over this parking space, but I don't want to die over this parking space. So instead, when you feel yourself getting heated or other people are getting heated and you feel like there's going to be a situation, try the best you can to just walk away, separate yourself from the situation. And if that was done in this story, I don't think we would be here right now. But unfortunately, we had two people who didn't really want to walk away. They wanted to keep arguing. And now one of them is dead. And like I said, I don't think this woman should have killed this man at all. And maybe you'll have a different opinion when you see the video. But from my initial opinion, from what I've seen, I do not believe this is self-defense. And I'll take it one step further. I believe this woman was emboldened to kill this man in the parking lot, to shoot him because of things that have been going on recently. With the Carmelo Anthony case, with all of this other stuff. And if race always has to be brought up, when it's a story involving a white person, then we're going to bring up race here. Because I do think race may be involved. I do think that because this man was white, she shot him a little bit quicker than she would have a black person. But I don't want to go ahead, look, I don't want to taint what you guys feel about this. I want you guys to see it for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll the footage. Before I do that though, please do me a favor. If you support the channel, if you like the videos, I try to bring you guys a few videos a day. You can always show some love, some support by liking the videos, dropping a comment. You can also support the channel, help keep the lights on by donating Cash App or Super Thanks. Always humbly appreciated. With that being said, let's go ahead, let's roll this clip. You guys let me know what you think as you watch it, and then I'll be right back with more.
A deadly confrontation in a North Lauderdale Walmart parking lot off McNabb Road.
Yeah, he's not in nowhere near there until he shot him.
Investigators with the Broward Sheriff's Office say
10
Monday
feet
a
from
woman
her.
and
She had no right to shoot
62-year-old
him.
Bart DiGuglielmo were arguing over a parking spot when the woman
She already
pulled
put a
out
gun
a
out.
gun.
Clearly
Video
Terry's right
provided
there.
by witnesses show the 62-year-old fall to the ground bleeding from his stomach area. The father of three would eventually die from his injuries. The woman claims she shot in self-defense.
He didn't have no
Video shows
weapon.
Bart and the woman going back and forth for some time as the woman is
Yeah.
pointing a gun and on the phone. Police eventually arrive.
He
You
didn't
can
even
see the
try to
woman
make
with the
aggressive.
gun
She
talking
shot
to
him.
detectives. Amanda says her father should be alive and she wants to know what happened.
I'm hearing different things like on news sites, like it was over. I heard one news site say it was over a parking spot. Another person
didn't
said
want
it
to
was
get him
because
stopped. She had no
my
right to
dad
shoot
was
him.
making some type of advance. That was completely debunked because my dad is not.
See, he didn't make a advance for it. He had his hand like this and he stopped. So what self-defense claim do you have, lady, to kill somebody? He had no weapon. He was exactly 10 feet from you. He couldn't even reach you. He's 10 feet from you. So what defense, what bullshit grounds do you have to shoot somebody? So that was not standing your ground. I'm sorry, that was not standing your ground. You straight up pulled a gun on somebody in an argument. You brandished your weapon and pulled it on him and shot him. He had nothing in his hands Did not make no advances, no threatened body language. He had his hands up like this. Like this. He stopped. And you... No. What I think of this right here is, I think she's one of the Commander Nancy supporters. She decided to go out and kill a white man and everything because she's seen Commander Nancy do it and get by with it. I bet you if he turned his back on her, she would have shot him anyway, regardless. So yeah, it's getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand. And here's another one. Shoots on. Yeah, here's another video here too. I'm gonna play right here as well. Cause to be honest, and you don't hear it on social media. That's another thing right here. You don't hear nothing on MSN News, ABC, Fox News, ABC News, all these Democratic channels like to play stuff like this on the news. You don't hear about it. Why? Because it does not boost their ratings. They know if they play a black person getting shot or killed over and over and over, they rile people up, cause people to start doing protests and everything because they get their money doing that way. And all. So if it's reverse around, if he shot her, yeah, you'll hear about it for at least a whole month. You'll hear about it a whole entire month if the roles were reversed. And I know some people are going to say, oh, you being racist. Oh, nope, I'm not being racist. I'm pointing out the fucking facts. If the roles were reversed, you'll hear about it. You'll hear an organization ring about it. You'll have a GoFundMe page made up, which I have a feeling is going to be a GoFundMe page already. A certain organization is going to go fund her and get more money for her, and she's going to scam them. Just like Commander Anthony did, that certain organization, you know what I'm talking about. If you know who I'm talking about, that organization, Commander Anthony, please write and subscribe to the video. You know what I'm talking about, that organization. They got played big time. They got screwed over. They did some dumb bullshit, and they got played by Commander Anthony's family. This is the same thing they're doing now. So yeah, she had got in her car and drove off. Both of them would still be alive. He'd be alive, she would be alive. There would be no charges pressed. But no, she automatically pulled a gun out on somebody who had no weapon. But she's going to claim stand your ground fence. No. See, stand your ground fence do not work unless you're in your home. You're in a public space. And everything. It only better stand your ground law states. Here you go. If you want to better stand your ground, is that you own that place or that business, then you can stand your ground, or your home, you can stand your ground. But she was in public. This is in Florida. She was in public, and you shot somebody in broad daylight where everybody can see, on cameras, and you want to claim self-defense. You try to claim self-defense from a 60-something-year-old man who literally can barely move very good. He was a World War II veteran, and everything. He was 10 feet from you, you shot him with a gun. You automatically pulled a gun out during an argument. So how the fuck can you claim self-defense? I'm sorry, but I know some people ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but that was clear hate crime and murder. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's keep on watching the video.
He's not perfect, but he's definitely not somebody that's going to do something to that extreme.
Police did not arrest that woman. Right now, she's not facing any charges. However, this case will be passed over to the state attorney's office for review. We're live in North Lauderdale, Bridget Matter.
So now you guys have seen the video. What do you think? Do you think that woman was reasonably fearing for her life?
Nope.
I don't. You see, what happened here is they had this disagreement over a parking spot. I believe that Bart walked out of his car as he was walking past. He made some comments towards the woman. The woman immediately exited her car brandishing a firearm. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert on the law. But when it comes to, these self-defense cases, there's certain technicalities. And I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to get out of your car brandishing a firearm immediately and then claim self-defense, because that looks like something that could provoke more problems. So she immediately got out of the car, waving her gun around, The man was unarmed. He's a veteran, by the way, 62-year-old veteran. He was unarmed. Multiple times during their argument, in that footage, we see the man put his hands up. And I believe he's doing that just to show that he's no threat. Like, hey, I'm unarmed. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just arguing with you, having this disagreement with you over this parking spot. It looks like he was trying to reason with the woman. Now, I know better than to try to reason with someone like her. If you got an angry black woman out here in public, there is no point in trying to reason with them. And if they're waving around a gun, your ass needs to get away. If I was in that situation, I would have immediately just walked away from that situation. And he should have done the same. So I'm not here to tell you that he's 100% in the right, but I will tell you that I don't think he deserves to die, and I don't think this is a self-defense case. Now, if there's something missing, if I'm missing something, then I'll be open to changing my mind, but it doesn't look like she was put in any danger. I don't think like he was trying to come and hit her or hurt her at all. But like I said, maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't appear that way to me. It looks like he was heated, she was heated, they were having their little exchange of words, but she was threatening violence immediately as he was trying to talk the situation out. And look, if you got someone pointing a gun at you and you're holding your hands up still trying to talk to them, that leads me to believe that you're not being that aggressive, right? Because pointing a gun at someone is a very aggressive move. And if that person is being aggressive, they may try to make moves towards you to get the gun away from you or something along those lines. It didn't look like that to me. It looks like he was trying to keep his cool, trying to talk and reason with her throughout the situation, and she just popped him, shot him, killed him anyway. That's how this looks to me. And like I said, I'm trying to be as fair as possible here. I don't think he should have been approaching her or bothering her, even though maybe she was in the wrong over the parking spot. You gotta let that go. Okay? 62-year-old man, you're old enough that you gotta just let that go and keep walking. He didn't, and now he's dead. And I'm not blaming him for it. I'm blaming her. All I'm saying is there was an opportunity for both parties to walk away here. And when I say both parties, it doesn't look like she was trapped there to me. If she was really reasonably afraid, she could have drove away, right? This guy's acting irate or insane over this parking spot. Let me just drive away. I feel like I'm in danger. Not, oh, I'm going to park here. I'm going to get out of my car and pull out my gun and start arguing with you and shoot you as you're raising your hands talking to me in the parking lot. So I'm sure more of this, more from this is going to come. We're going to be hearing more from this. As of right now, this woman has not been charged. And investigators are investigating, trying to figure out if this meets the stipulations of the stand your ground law in Florida and all of that stuff. That's